Let's start with roll call.
Councilmember Brudaszewski.
Here.
Councilmember Deschler.
Here.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Here.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Here.
Councilmember Parsons.
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
Councilmember Banks.
Here.
City Manager Norris, I'm here. Assistant Manager Terrace is on screen.
Here.
City Attorney Gilchrist.
Here.
Police Chief Reverend. Here. And Community Development Sutter. I think he's here, maybe not. And then City Clerk Series is here somewhere.
Here.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
All right, thank you for that. Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. The fun we have. We have an agenda in front of us. I'm looking for a motion on that agenda. Nancy?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you. Looking for a second. Brendan?
I second that.
All right. Let's do roll call.
Councilmember Brudaszewski.
Aye.
Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Awesome. Next, we have our consent agenda. Only a couple items, I believe, on this one. I'll read that into the record. First item is approval of City Council meeting minutes from May 5th, 2020, and then approval of the list of license applications submitted by the city clerk that is on file in her office. That is our consent agenda. Looking for a motion on that one. Olga?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Looking for a second. Anywhere? Nancy?
I'll second.
Nancy, thank you. Let's do roll call.
Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Councilmember Brudaszewski.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Next item is open forum. We don't have anybody here for open forum.
We do?
However,
Thank you.
not physically here.
Oh, not physically.
Not physically here. So it looks like we have one person who is interested in speaking. Is that correct? Could you please identify yourself?
I don't think
Oh,
we do.
her microphone needs to go on.
Who is it?
I'm showing Melissa McCabe here.
Melissa?
Oh, okay.
Are
Hi,
you
Council. How are you?
real good? How are you?
Good.
Good. See, I am a small business owner there in the city of Crystal. I own Intrepid Dance Company located there off of Douglas and 36th, right next to Milton's, if you guys have all eaten there sometime in the past. And I'm trying to figure out which direction to go as far as being able to open as a small business owner. The state and everybody has told us as studio owners, there's over 300 studio small business owners here in the state of Minnesota who are desperately trying to open our doors for our kids, to be able to help them with their mental health and their activity. And we don't know which direction because they keep classifying us as gyms and fitness studios, which we are not. We are kind of our own little entity in what it is that we do with the kids on a daily basis in our studios. We have been able to pivot rather quickly to virtual online classes right now, but it's starting to wear on the kids mentally and physically. They don't have the social interaction with their friends and their peers on a day-to-day basis. It's all virtual like this, like we're speaking today. And they're getting burnt out doing all this virtual online. And all we want to do is be able to help them and give them the activity to move, to see their friends. We're more than equipped at this point over the last 8 weeks to open our doors safely with protocols, plans, and so we're just trying to get some bandwidth and understanding where we can go next.
I have a glass out there myself, that's it.
All right, we got some background noise. We're trying to get a handle on that, about that. So your question to us is a little bit of guidance as to how to go about opening?
Yeah, I have been in contact with well over 300 studio owners on a daily, weekly basis. And some studio owners in the areas in which their studio spaces are that they lease, they've had sheriffs and police officers grill them and question them of why they're in or around their building to get things that they may need to be able to teach at home. And we just want to help the kids.
Right.
You know, their mental health, their physical ability to move. And the state keeps telling us that we're classified as gyms and fitness studios, in which we're not.
Okay. Ann, you had a comment?
Well, Ms. McCabe, have you reached out to the governor? I know he's looking for input from the businesses to help them reopen.
I have drafted the template of the plan that was set out by the governor, and had some parents of mine who work at North Memorial, who are doctors and nurses there, review my preparedness plan on a safe way to reopen my studio. And the doctors and the nurses agreed unanimously that my plan was very well prepared, very thoughtful in how I need to move forward. And I have additional protocols that have never been brought up that they really greatly appreciate. And when I had sent that over to the special sector of the state of Minnesota, all I was told was that I need to follow orders 2004 and 2008, which again classifies me as a fitness studio or gym, which I am not.
Okay. You know, I don't know, without doing some type of extreme measure within the city of Crystal to, you know, do something that's technically illegal on my behalf, what I would like to do, I would like to write a letter to the governor on your behalf and plead for your case. I think that's appropriate. I'm not going to go to the extent of doing an executive order or anything saying that your business based on these items should be considered open. However, I will write that letter and do everything else I can to try to convince the governor to be more responsive and discerning on some of his judgment. I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, I think any help, you know, we've reached out to every branch of the government here in Minnesota between the 300 of us, and we just get blanket candid emails that say, you have to stay closed, you're classified as a gym, fitness studio, which we aren't. And we're just looking to be able to, you know, teach these kids what we have a love and a passion for in the arts, and allow them to have social interaction and a better mental health at this point, given all that they're being put through right now.
What are your numbers for the sessions? Is it beyond the 10?
All my class sizes are under 10.
Yeah, okay. I would love to send a letter. Therese?
I've got a couple questions. You said you had some protocols in place to keep the kids safe. Can you describe those a little bit for us, please?
So my studio square footage has been mapped out with 6 feet squares per, it's like 50 square feet. I have a square on my floor that's 6 feet by 6 feet. So all dancers are stuck in that colored box square. And there's protocols for each room. I have 2 rooms. So if you're in the front room by all the windows and Douglas Drive, you come in my front entrance. If you are in my other studio, you will come in my back door. and temperature checks will be taken with every instructor that I have, as well as every child and or parent for drop-off that comes into my building and leaves. All hand washing will be done before and after, as well as hand sanitizer. And if we do work across the floor as far as kicks, leaps, and turns, there's X's strategically placed every 6 feet to allow for that social distancing to happen as they move across the floor.
How old are the kids?
I teach kids anywhere from ages 2 to adult.
Oh, okay. I feel like this is a stupid question. I'm apologizing up front, but the weather's gorgeous. Could some of these classes be taught outside?
If I'm granted the ability to do that, I have no problem finding a park in the city of Crystal and having cones set up for my dancers to stay strategically in those spots and run the classes. But there again lies the fine line of, can I do that considering they're looking at me as a business, as a studio / I'm a gym fitness studio, that I can't technically have customer interaction.
What do your parents say?
My parents want their kids back in the studio.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well,
Go ahead, Julie.
anybody, our parks are not closed, correct?
Right on, Julie.
I mean, I would just go for it. I'm not a lawyer, but.
I think I have another staff member who would like to speak. Hold on a second. Chief, go ahead. This is our police chief.
Hopefully you can hear me, Ms. McCabe. I do recommend parks, as long as it's 10 people or less, you can do that. That's not a problem at all.
Thank you.
Council members, are there any council members who would be interested in signing on that letter when we get it drafted?
Yes, please.
I would certainly.
I got to anybody.
Mayor,
Therese?
you're fading out. Can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear it all.
Me?
Yes, please.
Sorry about that. I'm wondering if any of the council members would like to sign on to that letter. If so, just raise your hand if you would.
You're asking, I'm sorry, council members that would be willing to sign a letter?
Sign on to the letter.
Governor.
I'm going to write a letter to the governor for support, and I'm wondering if you guys would be willing to sign with me.
Yes.
Sure, I would,
I will. I'll sign it.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure he's looking for, a lot of feedback, so that would be a great way of giving feedback to the governor.
I just
So
want
that'd
to.
be essential.
Yeah, exactly, John. I just want to make sure we kind of have a unified voice if possible. Do we have Melissa's contact information? We do. We have your contact information, so staff member will be calling you for any additional needed information, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thank you. I also wanted to add quickly, I did start a campaign. A lot of my families have been affected by this as far as losing their jobs and their loved ones by the virus. And so in order to keep the dancers dancing, I've set up sponsor a dancer campaign, which is very similar to what is being talked about as far as purchasing small gift cards for small businesses. And all that information is on my website, as well as t-shirt sales that again go to help those kids continue dancing.
Okay. Troy, you had a comment?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just quickly, and I know I'm nitpicking here, but just for the sake of clarification, and Ms. McCabe, just so you're clear, the city is not interpreting the governor's order on that about how you're classified. Obviously, as the mayor indicated, the city doesn't have the authority to make that determination or change it, frankly. I think what you heard the police chief say is that from their enforcement perspective, if they say groups of 10 or less in the park, they don't see a need to engage in trying to break that up. So just for the sake of clarification.
Thank you.
All right.
That was our city attorney.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, one more item I think I want to mention. If you do have families, they're from this area, and if they're in extreme need, there are places, if there's any food needs. I know we have Serenity Village Church who are still giving out food by appointment. Connect them, just call the church, and they can be set up with that. So that's true for pretty much anybody in the surrounding community who can get here. So just kind of pass that word around because that's important for, I guess, for these times when people aren't working. So thank you,
I
Melissa.
will, thank you. I know I do set up food drives for the local Prism Shelf every November with my students and my families.
Yep. This is almost a daily event, so there's a lot of access there. All right. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak during open forum? All right. With that, we'll close open forum. We'll move on to our lengthy agenda here. Okay, maybe it's not so lengthy. First item is our disbursements of $25,000 or greater, and I will read those into the record at this time. Waste management for March recycling costs is $51,912. Golden Valley Joint Water Commission for March water costs $149,079. And a Ranger GMC for replacement of vehicle number 125 is $30,045. Too many zeros in that one. Center for Energy and Environment for Home Improvement Loan Program costs, that's $28,490. Custom Builders, Inc. for Becker Park Project. This is the application number 7 for $228,500. Oh my gosh, it's like it's the first time reading numbers. $228,509. Logis for monthly application support for serving is $34,351. Wold Architect and Engineers for the new public safety building or the police station, $32,347. Ziegler for replacement vehicle 325 is $53,660. Health Partners for May Health Insurance Premiums, $117,273. MinPara for pay date 5/1/2020. The employee required portion of that is $59,804. Total disbursements of $50,000 or $25,000 or greater is $785,473.83.
83 cents.
Woo, got through it. Any questions on any one of these items from the council? John, go ahead.
The replacement for vehicle 325 from Ziegler Inc., what exactly are we buying from them?
A replacement for
New backhoe?
325.
We're replacing 325. Couldn't it be more
I don't
clear?
recall it's a public works vehicle. I don't remember which one, council member. I will find it and send it, to let you know. I apologize.
It's more than a Ranger. All right, you'll get back to us
Yes,
another
I
time?
will.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Sorry we couldn't come up with the answer. All right, any other questions on any of these items? With that, looking for a motion on this? Olga,
I'll make a motion to approve.
thank you. Looking for a second. John,
I second that motion.
thank you. Let's do a roll call vote.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Councilmember Budashevsky.
Aye.
And Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Our next item is amending an ordinance, the ordinance from Chapter 7, City Code regarding public utilities. Ann, you're going to handle this one,
Yep,
right?
thank
City
you.
Manager, welcome.
Thank you. At your last meeting, you approved the first reading of an ordinance amending Chapter 7, which is essentially deleting outdated or unnecessary references that we missed the first time through the city code. So we are asking that you approve the second reading of the ordinance and also adopt a resolution authorizing summary publication of the ordinance.
All right. Thank you, Ann. Any questions on this one? Nancy, go ahead.
More of a comment than a question. When you talked about outdated, I got a chuckle out of the drugstore with fountain and lunch counter. I kind of like to see those come back. But it's nice to have it cleaned up, by
It is.
taking out all of these specific businesses and that, so,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep, thank you. Looking for a motion on the revision for the second reading. Nancy, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to adopt the following ordinance to revise Chapter 7 of the Crystal City Code.
Thank you. Looking for a second?
Second.
Therese, go ahead.
I second the motion.
All right, thank you. Let's do a roll call vote.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Pardon me. Councilmember Budashevsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. That is our agenda for tonight. We do have a couple
You
of,
have the resolution?
oh, the second one.
Separate, yep.
The summary, yeah. Thank you. You guys keep me on track. I love it. Thank you. Looking for a motion on the second one.
Since
Nancy?
it's the same, I'll make the same, a second to this to adopt the following resolution to approve summary language for publication of ordinance number 2020-02.
All right, thank you. Looking for a second. John?
Second that motion.
All right. Let's do a roll call vote on that one.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Councilmember Budashevsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. On to announcements. We have two, technically one. The next city council meeting will be Tuesday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. here at the Crystal Hall. Just a reminder that all council members are open to the public. We're hoping to be open to the public on that meeting. We will advertise that on social media if we can do that. But you can certainly reach us on the website, crystalmn.gov. You can watch the meetings or listen to them, both work sessions and council meetings. Do we have any other announcements from the council members? Go ahead, Nancy.
Just wanted to remind people that the Crystal Connection has been arriving in your mailboxes, correct? It's very short and sweet. What is it, 12 pages this edition?
Yes.
Were there any special, I don't have it in front of me, but I know there was an advertisement for Cone with a Cop. Is that still on, Chief Orvering? In June, was it? She runs up to the microphone.
Sorry. Mayor, members of the council, as of right now, it is still on. However, we are still playing it by ear, obviously, because of what's going on with COVID. Most of the time, the Dairy Queen has all of us outside anyway, and so we can spread out, which is a good thing. So we will definitely keep keep up with people to tell them whether or not we're doing it or not.
Fantastic. Was it June 7th? Did I have the date right?
June
2nd or 7th? I'm sorry, I don't
No,
have
it's-
it in front of me.
I don't either.
Deputy
Yeah.
Chief, no, not sure either. All right, just look at that newsletter, please. and A little tease to read that.
Yes. Very good. Anything else?
Okay, the vehicle number 325, it's a 1-ton replacement roller. Thank you, Matt.
All right.
Very nice.
Everybody taking care of everybody.
And what did we get for the old replacement roller?
That Matt doesn't have that information.
All right, looking for a motion to adjourn. Brendan.
So moved. The quick and the dead.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
And Julie, you want to second that?
Sure.
All right. Let's do a roll call vote.
Mayor Adams.
Aye.
Councilmember Banks.
Aye.
Councilmember Budashevsky.
Aye.
Councilmember Deschler.
Aye.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Aye.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Aye.
Councilmember Parsons.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you at the next meeting. Hopefully, the public will be here too. Hopefully, more staff will be here. We'll keep moving that direction and have a great rest of the month. Good night.